several agencies say they are ready for the forthcoming general election. The agencies, including the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, the police, say they are satisfied with preparations ahead of the polls. Speaking this morning, NCIC chairperson Francis Ole Kaparo said they have identified several social sites engaging in hate speech and that action is going to be taken against those behind them. Let's listen to what they had to say.
All security sector agencies have been mobilized and we developed a national security plan around the general elections. Incitement and the crimes that are committed around the elections will be dealt with firmly according to the law.
We have identified, for example, 21 county WhatsApp platforms that have been encouraging incitement and hate speech across the country. And we are dealing with them. And the way to deal with them is to go individually to the administrators of those social medias.
On the part of the judiciary, I want to assure the nation that all arrangements have been made to deal with electoral disputes that may come, including any acts of crime that will be committed before the elections or even after the elections. The judiciary is ready and will deal with that firmly.
Our reporter Raquel Mugai has been following this this morning. Raquel, thank you for joining us. Good afternoon. So the stakeholders say they are satisfied with preparation so far. What can you tell us from that meet earlier today?
So far, the religious leaders have stated that they're very satisfied with some of the plans that have been put in place in terms of preparations, preparing for the August 8th polls. But looking at what exactly the surrounding situations which are there, the NCIC chair, Francis Ole Kaparo, says that there's so much hate speech going around, there's so much incitement going around, that already 21...
Citing social media especially.
Exactly. And he says that specifically there is the WhatsApp groups that are being used to propagate some of these statements that lead to incitement. And already 21 counties have been identified in which that they have this similar WhatsApp groups. And therefore they say that they're going to look out and keep a keen eye on some of these administrators of these groups to ensure that some of these incitements do not actually lead to violence in a similar scenario of the 2007-2008 elections.
NCIC have been, hit very hard, being called a toothless dog. Are they saying exactly how they're going to keep tabs on these social media platforms?
They say that they are already engaging with the security agencies, and if you can remember, there's a time that the NCIC chair said that it is not for the security agencies to wait until the NCIC says that you can now go ahead and arrest certain individuals who have gone ahead to incite people. But you can now take the step because as NCIC, they're not going to entertain those kind of issues.
All right. Which other stakeholders were there? The police, I understand.
The police, represented by the acting CS, that is Dr. Fred Matiang'i, and the Inspector General of Police, Joseph Boynet. We also did have the religious leaders, that is Idan Wachu of the SUPKIM, as well as Reverend Canon Karanja of the Evangelical Association of Kenya. We also did have the judiciary represented there by Chief Justice David Maraga.
All right.
Yes.
In terms of security, what is the CS, acting CS, say in terms of mapping out maybe any hotspots? For instance, how are they going to deal with security? 21 days to go. With
21 days to go, Ben, the CS is maintaining that security is uptight and they're not going to let any holes just loop like that. And they're looking at being able to also look at dispensing as many as police officers as possible to just ensure that each and every county, especially that have been mapped out to be political hotspots or violence hotspots like Lamu, Kisumu, Nakuru, as well as Baringo, that they're going to put a lot of police officers within certain areas. And you can remember also that the IBC was also trying to move the polling stations in such volatile areas to more safer regions to ensure that this coming elections is not hindered because of security issues.
All right, judiciary was there as well very quickly in case of any petitions, obviously.
Therefore, we do have to keep in mind that there are going to be petitions probably given the history of elections in Kenya. And Justice Maraga maintains that they're ready as the judiciary to take each and every petition that comes in after the elections and even before elections, given that there's been some sort of criticism at this specific moment with the IBC tender row as well as with the opposition on what exactly is going to happen. But they say that the judiciary is not meant to take any sides. Theirs is to ensure that the rule is followed, the constitution is followed to book.
All right. Thank you so much, Raquel.
Thank you.
Raquel Muge, keeping an eye on those things for us. Remember today, exactly 21 days, barely 21 days to election day. The election stakeholders saying they are prepared. What's happening on the campaign?